I'm pleased to welcome you all to the İzmir Poetry Festival on behalf of 9 Eylül University, Department of American Culture and Literature. The festival will last 3 days, and today we will be here at Lesem till 5:30 in the afternoon. We hope you will enjoy our event and your stay in İzmir for the coming 2 days. Now I would like to invite our head of department, Associate Professor Yeşim Başarır, to give her welcoming speech.
Dear participants, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this event, the İzmir Poetry Festival held by the 9 Eylül University in collaboration with Yaşar University for the first time this spring. I warmly welcome all our participants to this festival and to İzmir, readers drawn from across the globe, from Wales, Scotland, Ireland, England, Canada, Hungary, Portugal, Poland, Catalonia, Chile, Iran, Germany, Cyprus, and Turkey. It is a real honor to welcome so many distinguished international guests to our city. The Pearl of the Aegean, ancient Smyrna, about which Herodotus wrote that it had the most beautiful sky and the best climate that we know on earth. We find ourselves here then, in the home of Homer, with a group of poets ready to sing in a city that can rightly claim to be the cradle of song. The poets who are among us today can trace their melodies back to Homer and thus the very beginning of literature, and also bring new and stranger tones to İzmir along with their chant. They are some of the most exciting experimenters currently writing in English, and over the next 3 days will repeatedly surprise, challenge, and invigorate your understanding of the possibilities of poetry. The presentation of this event is entirely in line with our mission in the Department of American Culture and Literature at 9 Eylül University, the primary hosting institution of this festival. Now in our 25th year as the department, we maintain an open and probing attitude towards all aspects of cultural production in English, and the particular strands of experimentation that we will witness at this festival can be said to have strong roots in the American modernist poetic tradition of the 20th century. Before we begin, I would like to thank the esteemed and distinguished guests for traveling so far to visit us. I also offer thanks to Dr. Richard Parker for all his efforts in the organization of this event. I must thank our faculty who have lent their time most generously in order to make this enterprise possible, our tireless research assistant organizers, and all of the students. More than all, however, I would like to thank all of you who have come to attend our event today. The sharing of our song with you shall be our mission. I would like to welcome Dr. Parker to introduce our first speaker. Thank you.
Günaydın. İzmir Şiir Festivali'ne hoş geldiniz. As well as giving us Homer, Bion, Mimnemus, Aristodama, and Quintus, T.S. Eliot's Mr. Eugenides, and hosting Lord Byron, this fair city now presents the İzmir Poetry Festival, another event for the ages. Thus today we bring together some of the most exciting voices writing in English poetry today, under a fine spring sky, with the hope of adding something material to the long and storied tradition of İzmir. It's been a lot of fun putting this festival together. I've been most gladdened by the enthusiasm with which the project has been met by my colleagues at this fine university, 9 Eylül, as well as our collaborators at Yaşar and as well as by all of our international guests who've been so kind as to make the long trek from windy, distant Britain to see us down here in Izmir. I'm truly thankful to have your joyous presence here with us by the side of the Aegean. Our first preliminary session will consist of one paper by Will Rowe and a reading by Francis Crook. An opening combination which will begin to give you some sense of the linguistic intensity with which the poets invited to this festival approach their practices. I'll say a few words of introduction now about both Will and Francis, and if there's time at the end, we can have a few brief questions and answers. William Rowe is a poet, translator, and essayist. He is Emeritus Professor of Poetics at Birkbeck College at the University of London and a Fellow of the British Academy. His recent books of poetry include The Earth Has Been Destroyed from Veer Books in 2009, INRI, a translation of Raoul Zurita published by Marek Press in 2009, Nation from Clinamen in 2012, LVB, another translation of Zurita from Veer again in 2013, A Cruise to the Galapagos Islands, a translation of Antonio Cisneros published by Shearsman in 2013, and Incisions from Iodine in 2014. A book of essays, 3 lyric poets, Harwood, Torrance and McSweeney, appeared from Northcote House in 2009. His translation of Cesar Vallejo's Trilce is forthcoming, as is his selected work. Francis Crook is the author of Lo-Fi Frags in Progress, which is forthcoming from Veer Books, I think literally any day now. Some previous publications include the ongoing Word and Collage project, PIN, partly published by IT Communications this year, as well as a series of Perceptual Failures and Reckless Cutting from the Crater Press in 2014, Down You Go, Punch Press 2011, and a Discourse on Vegetation and Motion from Critical Documents 2012. Her works lie unsettled in the seen and unseen terrorisms of bodies, ghosts, and the teeth of catastrophic politics. She lives in London in a state of constant horror. Okay, so Will, you can begin.
Thank you, Richard.